Yeah, people. So now I'm gonna be working on the website. Yes, messages. Yeah. Yeah, so fast forward is running a very simple WordPress. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna switch back to this theme. Because that theme does not work well. I don't know. Like, it has supposedly has all these like fucking features, doesn't do shit. Everything looks the same. That's very good. Yeah. So, yes, all good. All good. Let's see. Userfi has some new stuff. I use Userfi. Let's see. So I've extended the fundraiser campaign. And it's quite difficult to have like a steady train of activity when you're also trying to sort out housing, bouncing between countries, sorting out visa. And the other day I spoke to someone about visas, and we were saying it's an insane concept because you have people going, you go there, and you go there, and you go there. Who gave them the right? Who gave them the right? You have no fucking right. People have the right to go wherever they fucking want. It's one planet. We all inherit it. Not just one person. It's one air, one ocean, one water, but not one land. Why? Because the land is where humans can exist. So the humans decide that, we can dominate that, we can control that, we can hold on to that. Land is like tangibly right there. Water is ephemeral, air is ephemeral, but land we can control. And you bet your bottom fucking dollar that when they can control air, like say for example if you go to fucking Mars, you're gonna pay for that shit. You're gonna pay for your air. I bet they would make you pay for your air on Mars. What a fucking hellscape. Oh my god. And if you can't pay for it, then you do some indentured servitude. What a fucking nightmare. Good ideas. Shitty execution. So. What is the block? What is the block? Is it The Tila Tequila comparison. Is that what's stopping people from investing in this thing? If it's a Tila Tequila comparison, I can take it down. It was just a funny comparison. It's certainly not going to be like that. We're not going to be lining up with a bunch of people, drinking shots in a bar, hoping that they profess their love towards me. It's really nothing like that. It's like if Tila Tequila was devoid of capitalist trauma and had a conscience about the planet. That's what the show would be like. So what is it? Since I'm not getting much traction on the fundraiser, do I have to turn to venture capitalists? Is that what I gotta do? Take their money to dismantle money? I mean, that's not exactly the aspiration. The aspiration here is to have a transitory tool used to subsidize the cost of green transition because it's expensive. So the things that you can't spare money on, like for example, solar panels and electrifying your home in a green way, that we can't help you with. Probably not. Maybe helping to mount. I don't know. Maybe we can exchange services that way. But what the proposal is to have a self-managed value system based on some objective factors that we then use for exchange. That's what I'm leaning towards. That's what I'm aiming for. That's what I want. And here's a tangent. Just a little life lesson. Just because you're not doing unkind things in one way doesn't mean that a person's intuition about you is wrong. I've had this intuition that something off kilter has been happening with a few people. And my assumptions, I think, are not on the money, but they're circling something. I'm just being drawn to the closest association I can find. So the mystery's not solved, but this is a part of why I'm unhoused at the moment, because I had an intuition of I don't feel entirely comfortable there's some lack of empathy happening. Right now, I want a nice, solid fucking meal. I want a nice, fucking solid meal. Make myself feel better. I went to the store. I thought I had bread, so I bought stuff to eat with the bread, but the bread is moldy because I've been hanging on to that bread for a while because I don't love bread. Bread is cheap, pasta's cheap. Those things aren't good for me. Like, even when I eat brown bread, it's not good for me because I was pre-diabetic at one point and I can get pre-diabetic anytime, especially with my medication. It's not so good for my kidneys and my liver, so I have to watch out for that kind of stuff. I want a nice solid meal. Something I can really sink my teeth into. And also, nigga, I want to do something. I want to do something. I want to play music. I want to DJ. I want to have a party. I want to get drunk, get stoned. I want to have a good time. Here are some conclusions I've drawn. I don't think I believe in police. Which is funny because, like, if you would have asked me this a couple months ago, 3 months ago, I would have said, oh yeah, police is good. I don't think I believe in police because the concept of one human being putting another in a box is morally unacceptable. It's just morally unacceptable. There is no thing that someone can do that's bad enough to warrant them spending their life in a box. We don't get to do that. We don't get to do that. And society existed before prisons. That's a fairly new thing. And it's all to protect capital, as well as to protect lives and the social order and allow people to go to work unbothered by issues that need resolution. Another thought, and this video is discombobulated. Oh well. Another thought. If it comes back, oops, shouldn't have made that caveat. What was the thought? So what do we do about the fundraiser? Do we go to venture capitalists, guys? What do you think? We don't go to venture capitalists. We don't do that. We don't do that. If I want value, and I have created a value system, the only thing that's necessary for the value system to perpetuate is hosting and a few other minor recurring costs. My hosting bill is coming up soon in August. I'll need to renew that. I might be able to deal with that, no problem. I will prioritize that no matter what, even if I don't have to eat. But I'll figure that out. And I also have a little plan coming up with how to continue promoting the 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 campaign, because here's here's the update. The other day I was in Ghent in Belgium, and it was a festival, Ghent Festival, biggest open air festival in Europe, 10 days. It's all free except for some like small like after parties and stuff like that you have to pay to go into. And um I gave out stickers for Extinction Rebellion, and people were quite receptive, and it was a really great way to start a conversation. Stickers work, I guess. And so I'm going to be doing stickers for my thing. And the stickers, I think what we'll do is we'll say, what's your idea of utopia? And if the stickers work the way I think they do, they might not. So what's your idea of utopia? We have a little conversation, maybe even film it. And then I make up a little sticker with the QR code for Fast Forward. And the fundraiser will be at the top of the page. And people can sign up, people can support the fundraiser, and people get a sticker. They can use a sticker wherever they want to promote Fast Forward. And I think that can work. And if you hear Fast Forward and are not fully caught up, Salubrious was the previous name of the platform. Now I changed it to Fast Forward because I had this name copyrighted ages ago. So it's all coming full circle. The key is to break before the bad part. Ooh, it's a doozy. Because all of this came out of a psychosis, like I told you guys. And as far as I'm concerned, a psychosis is just a brain overload. Nothing more, nothing less. It doesn't mean anything that traumatic or scary or weird. It's a brain overload. And then you get a bit wonky in your expression. Things don't exactly line up. And that's why I'm looking for teammates who not only are supportive. Being supportive is very nice. I've had supportive teammates before. But self-motivated. People who see and do things that are aligned with what I'm doing. If they're not aligned, it doesn't make any sense. And I'm very brash. I'm quite punkish. I don't really give a shit. And I spit in people's faces if I think that's what's going to take them, if that's what it takes to wake them up. But, it's like a spit of water. It's not spit of spit. So it's a bit cleaner. It's a bit cuter. It's not too horrible. But I've been having adventures and getting up to some antics. I don't show the half of it. Like, I went canoeing. Kayaking. That's what it's called. I went kayaking on the canals in Ghent with this dude from my hostel. And we just like spoke about life and shit. And it wasn't even political. For once, it wasn't political. It was just about life and shit. And it was nice. And I was just like, and afterwards, because not even in the moment, but afterwards, eventually, a few days later, I was like, That'd have been something cool to take a video of, because I was there with a cigar, because like the cigars were more affordable than cigarettes and I'm low on cash. There with a cigar on a kayak in Ghent, drinking a beer, even though we weren't supposed to. Wink, wink. Don't tell anybody. Kayaking tipsy, wasn't drunk, tipsy, and with a cigar, passing people on the canal who are chilling out, having a drink. That's the life. That's the life I lead. It's not a bad life. So as much as I'm in a bad moment, reliving shit that I thought I would have already lived and gotten through and not come back to, here we are. But it's still an adventure. Ooh, ain't nobody asking for this kind of adventure. Ain't nobody asking for this kind of adventure. But reason why I'm unhoused is my own issues, and it has to do a little bit with the smoke, or a lot of bit with the smoke, because I would just like zone out, and then like suddenly something brings me back into the conversation. And I'm just like, what corner are we in right now? Because this sounds well freaky, you know. And just plain discomfort. Plain discomfort. Okay, this thing is losing battery, so I need to plug it in. Bum 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 bum. While Jesus is saving, I'm spending all my days with people. A palette, a calamity of saints, while people are spending, I'm spending all my cash. Something, something, something. Anyway. Yeah, part of why I don't do covers is because I don't know the lyrics to these songs. And I don't even know the lyrics of my songs, so I'm supposed to learn the lyrics for your songs. And I think it looks kind of unprofesh to like be reading the lyrics as you go along. It will. But you know what's fun? Okay, so I learned Dutch in 6 months. I learned Dutch in 6 months when I was 19 years old. And I used it for 3 years on and off, ish. And then after that, not at all. And then going back to Ghent for a good month and some days. I found myself using it again. And it was just there. But I will tell you, my endless swiping on the apps, because I was close to the Netherlands while I was living in Germany, meant that I was getting like a little refresher course on my language. I would talk to people in Dutch. So it's not like I was without practice. But all this to say, like I thought, oh, I spent 6 months learning this language. Well, 9 months, but I learned it in 6. It was 9 months of the course, but yeah, your girl, yeah, she learned it in 6 months. And I thought when I left Belgium, I was just like, I will never use this language again. What is the point? I'm not using French anymore? What is the point? I learned Spanish, and after I left South America, I didn't use it anymore. What's the point? Using a brain space for no good reason. But I've used all these languages recently, and with great pleasure. And I think I'm getting my love of language back, which is a very nice thing. And I also became, I was an anti-intellectual, not anti-intellectual, but anti-academia. But I'm sure that something could restore my love for academia, like being in a really like athletic learning environment where it's really like we love knowledge. We're not just trying to get a job. That would restore my love of learning, I think. So, all's not lost. That's good to know. It's not the end. And I don't know what kind of voice I'm putting on right now, but uh, this is how I'm talking at the moment. Yeah, I don't know where this voice is coming from. Yeah, sometimes I just like play with my voice. La 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 la. Mm. Can you make money on Twitch? Can you make money on TikTok? You can make money on TikTok. Can you do live streams? Okay, let's see. She's looking. Okay. So you can go live. How do I go live? Oh, but I couldn't DJ. What I want to do is I want to DJ, but I can't play these songs because we get. I think they would get copyright something. What would? Let me look it up. I just want to DJ. That's what I feel like doing right now. How to DJ online live stream. Well, I'll figure this out offline. See you later.